one of the fun parts about leading a miraculous life and stepping away from the mediocre is that you're surrounded by miraculous people on a regular basis. Hey, how you doing, man? ¿Todo bien? Oh, look at that. Everyone wants to come in. And I meet people who talk about, oh, all I really have to do is to sit around and watch television, or all I have to do is to go to work, or I never get time for something like that. And this is what I've discovered, is that we schedule our time poorly. We end up working in a way that soon what happens is all we have time for is work. All we have time for is our television shows. All we have time for is to get home and make sure that we're there in time for Jeopardy to come on. And really, if you want to do something miraculous with your life, you need to end up having time for some small things, because every great big miracle starts with a lot of little small practical steps. Here at Siempre para los Niños, I stood right over here about 20 years ago, and it was a field, just one great big field. And that one great big field today has 40 or 50 people living here. We've got multiple houses. We've got a guest house, an apartment that you can come and stay at. We've got the homes for our pastor, the homes for our director, where their children live. And of course, we've got the church for Siempre para los Niños, where dozens of people worship on a regular basis. There were music lessons there today. We've got the house for the children, which is central to all of Siempre para los Niños. And all of it because people say, you know, I think I could do something. And what I would do each year is I would say, next year we're going to build. And so at the end of every single Memorial Day weekend, we were done building something, people would start asking me, what are we building next year, Pastor? What are we building next year? And I've discovered in my life that we constantly have to be focusing on where we're going, not where we've been. And so right now we're focusing on Pastor Aldo's in the midst of building a new church over here. Now you might be willing to help Pastor Aldo build a new. How far along are you on the new church, Pastor Aldo?
We are on 20%.
Within a year of being finished. 5 years away.
I hope 1 year.
So you're 20%.
Yeah.
Do you have the engineering report done, or do you have the architectural drawing in yet?
Not yet.
So a lot of work to go. I mean, there's full foundational work in, full concrete in, full everything. A lot of you worked on it, but that's part of it. How far along are you with making sure that all the children are taken care of and you really have your job wired? Now that you've been here for what, a year now?
2 years.
2 years.
2 years.
Yeah, but as director?
As a director, yeah. In May, I'm going to be here 1 year.
1 year in May as director. Now, how close do you feel like you are to having the job wired? Having it completely, like you really know what you're doing?
I'm getting there.
Getting there.
Very close, yeah.
Very close. I'm impressed. I've been pastor at Central Community for 32 years, and I feel like I'm just about this far along to getting it. I'm like 10%. I mean, I feel like by the time I'm 500, I might have the job done. But young men, a lot of strength in young men. But you know, the whole point in this is always to think not what we've done, because it'd be easy to look at our lives and say, oh man, look at what we've done, but instead think about what we're going to do. And so this next Memorial Day, we'll be down here, and I don't think we'll be building a new building. Maybe Joss will come down here and he'll want to build a new building. We'll put something out there on the slab. That'll be awesome. Joss, if you watch this, put something out there on the slab. It'd be great. But someone's going to have an idea, and we're going to get together. We'll talk, and someone will come to me and say, Pastor Eric, what are you building this next year? And I'll say, you wouldn't believe it. And it will be the next element in the work of Siempre para los Niños. And because each one of you, or some of you, came down and built the laughter, the kids, the shelter, the home, the harbor, the miracle is happening here at Siempre para los Niños. So thank you so much. God bless you. And for those of you who are living a life of boredom and you need to step out of that life of mediocrity, step into the miracle, put it aside and just start doing something miraculous with us. It doesn't take a lot of work. It just takes a little work. It takes the willingness to say, hola people, hola mi niño. It just takes the opportunity and the willingness to say, I want to do that, right? Come here, mia, hola mia. And to say, we want to be a part of what we're doing together. And that changes everything. Hey, come on out. Be the miracle with me. You were created to be the miracle. It's what we get to do together. And you never know how long you're going to live. What if today was your last day? How would you want to spend it? I'm spending it one of the ways I'd want to do it. God bless you. Have an absolutely fantastic evening. Thanks so much for being part of the miracle that I get to live.